One, two, 3.
It is a wet, rainy, nasty day. I was riding down the road a little minute ago, before I forget it. There's a lady, I don't know who's driving, but the lady was sitting in the passenger seat. And she had on a skirt or something. And the reason I know she had on a skirt or something is because most of it was hanging out the door. She shut the door on her dress. And it's wet. I know that thing, whenever they stop, it's going to be soaking wet down there. I felt so sorry for her. But we heading this morning to Yew-Rye, Alabama. It's actually pronounced Uriah. U-R-I-A-H. U-R-I-A-H. Alabama. It's below Monroeville over here. The little gin over there. But I always like to call it Yew-Rye. It's a little bitty out of the way place, just like most gins are. Let's see what trouble we can get into when we get there. We're coming into the big metropolitan area. It says, welcome to Yew-Rye. The gin is right here on the right. This is part of their yard right here where they keep all their modules to be gin. So there's another little sign that says Yew-Rye. Not you wrong, but Yew-Rye. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay well behind this truck. Liquid septage waste only. Yep. Alright, this is all I had, all the corn that was left on any of the cobs that I had left around. There's a little corn patch. I believe the deer are probably going in there robbing it pretty good. But I had some corn laid out here. There's, like I said, that's about all that was left. Trying to catch back up on them. It's been a month since I've had a chance to. So we're gonna change the cards out on that camera there. I got 2 more, and I'd like to put up a third today, but I don't know. We'll have to just check and see. But if nothing else, I'm gonna get these cards out of these cameras and go from there. Okay, let's have a look at what we got. If I can get this son of a gun here off. Sometimes you gotta play with this when you get the power to come on. Batteries may be completely dead in it, I don't know. No, the batteries are still in decent shape. Let's see how many pictures I got. 161 videos in a month's time, which means this hasn't really been that busy of a place. We're not gonna change the batteries out in this, we're just gonna change the card. Alright. Kind of disappointing. I mean, you can tell it's a game trail, but I haven't had any feed or any attractant down here either, so yeah. So I just put some more corn out and some peanuts in the, let me see what I put in. Got some corn cobs laying around, corn on the cob, and got some peanuts in there. Of course, that's the mineral stump right there, but yeah. It'd be interesting to see without anything. Well, I guess it's acted more like a trail cam than anything because, like I said, the food is usually gone in the first couple of nights anyway. They got some little corn cobs down here. Coons are probably taking them and running off with them. Yeah. All right, we'll just change the card out. All right, I went ahead and changed out the batteries in that camera. I turned it back on after I put the new card in, and it showed some battery life. It degenerated some, so I went ahead and just replaced the batteries. I'm gonna ease down here and hope nobody's down here hunting right now. I don't think they are. Rifle season opens up today, and they only bow hunt this back here. So now that rifle season is open, I don't think they come back over here anymore. The hunters, that is. What is that down there? We'll find out here in a minute because the stand is like right here. I don't think there is anybody here. The stand is right up in there. Nobody in there. Somebody has been in there. They've got a good cushion seat up in there. It's in that old magnolia tree right there. Let's see. Yeah, you can see it there. See the stands? A stinking squirrel. Man, if I had my 22 and my 410, the world would be minus one squirrel. Man. But yeah, nobody's up in here today. I don't think they hunted anymore. Well, the electric company has come in and taken this old wooden pole out. They got several of them down there they got to redo. And put a good looking fine piece of concrete right here. It was put in here. It was made 10/3 of 22, which was just a few months ago. Last month, matter of fact. Yeah, used to it had the grounding rod went way out here to stabilize your pole, but this concrete don't sway like those wooden poles do, so it don't need stabilizing ground out there. It's just got this one right here. It's probably connected right down here to a grounding rod that probably goes about 6 or 8 foot deep down there in the ground. And that's what this little grounding piece of copper ground is. And it goes way up there. I still figured it'd been bigger than that, because you know, maybe not. I wonder what the hole is for. That's the only one I see. I wonder what that hole is for. It's just a piece of PVC pipe drilled in there. You'd think it'd be for like drainage or something, but I don't see no holes going in it or coming out of it other than this other side. If anybody knows what that hole right there is for in the bottom of this concrete post, let me know. Kind of interesting. Well, I take it back. I see some more right there. There's one right there. There's one right there. They go all the way up. I still don't know what they're for, though. Maybe it is like a drain or something. I don't know. I've never seen that before, because I ain't never been this close to a concrete post before either. Alright, that's all I got. Also, it looks as if the rye is coming up, as you can tell. There's been some corn left over. And I don't think I put this corn in here. But some of that corn that got left over, it sprouted. Of course, it's dead as a hammer now, but frost ain't got a hold of it. But there's still some darn tracks out here. Especially right in here, man. Look at all them tracks. I hate that I ain't had a chance to keep that camera up, but oh well.
this corn is pretty fresh. Yeah. Next couple of weeks, I'm gonna be back in there. This time of year that I put trail cameras back here in the woods, all the vegetation is starting to die off. I can see back in here, and there's nobody back here hunting it right now because, like I said, this is the only bow hunt back here, and bow hunting, rifle hunting come in session, so they ain't messing with it right now. Hey, my hook is still there. Way to go, hook. Super hook. Right there. Boom! Yeah, there's the old corn. There's the old corn. There's some corn sprouts. Look at all the corn sprouts coming up out of that old rancid corn. Now, I ain't putting no kernel corn down here in a long time. All I've put down here is that corn on the cob. They just brought it up here and dumped it, I think. Or I might have did it when I plowed this field. Can't remember. I know I didn't put that in there. But there's a better shot. There's the tree stand right there. It should be a good tree stand. I'm surprised they ain't got very much down here. They may have, I don't know. But anyway. All right, let's see. As you can tell, threw out some more corn cobs here. Put some peanuts, mixed it in with that corn there. Let's see how many videos we got on this camera. I guarantee you this one's probably, the card probably ain't maxed out because the battery probably is dead. Or the batteries are dead. This is a good camera. The batteries ain't dead, but they're down to 24%. 825 stinking videos. That's gonna take me 3 or 4 hours to go through all that crap. I tell you what it is. It's actually only 3:45. That's how long it's been since I've been down here. Time's done changed. Oh, thought I heard something. Anyway, I'll change this out. All right. Now, I may be wrong, probably am, but what I like to do is I like to stay on top of a food plot site. I like to, make sure that there's food there at least. I mean, I try every week, but I like to try to make sure that I can do it at least every other week. That way they always associate that site with food. Any kind of wildlife does. Also, my scent, a human scent, is down there mixed around in it, and they don't associate that with danger. It's always interesting to see. The one good thing about like laying off now, like I said, it's been at least a month since I've been back down here, is to, after I put the attractant out, how much wildlife there is at that time. There's the other camera. At that time, right after the time I put food out and put attractant out, see how quick it is before they start coming in and trying to see what's going on with it. But I got this other camera right here. Now, it's a true trail camera. Yeah, I don't put any food out of right here. It's just a good little trail. And this is where I see a lot of bobcats, a lot of coyotes, and a lot of, I see deer coming through here. Got some coons that come through here, but not very many. The occasional possum, armadillo, of course. Let's see. This one, like I said, there's usually not a whole lot on it, but what is on it, it's actually pretty neat. Like I said, see a bunch of, like I said, bobcats and coyotes and stuff. But that's the kind of the interesting thing now. I get to see now that there's been no food there, and I put food back and put attractant back, how much is actually going to come in within the next night or two, just to see what kind of hard effect that the attractant and the food and all that has. I know the food, once they associate it with food, they'll be back no matter what. But you got to get them there to that spot in the first place. And if you're at a spot to where like that spot back there's got a lot of rye growing already. The rye hadn't started coming up except in the past week or so. It had just been too dry and too warm. Now it's rained and cooled off and rained some more, so the rye is starting to come back up. So that's a heavily populated spot associated with food in the first place. But they're all scattered out in that field. Well, if I put the attractant out right there where the food is, it's going to be interesting to see how they gravitate toward that attractant. So, and then once they find the food there, they'll come back no matter what. But the old attractant that I put out, and every time I put food out, I put attractant out. So every time I do that, they associate that attractant with food. And I guarantee the old attractant's been wore off for a good little while. So kind of interested to see how that works. Well, at that little trail cam site where I just got the trail cam, it appears as if the folks that have been putting up the poles down this power line, somebody went back here and had to use the bathroom and do a deuce down there. So it ought to be easy to tell whenever they did the poles, because there should be a big gap in the action. Because there ain't nothing coming through there if they smell somebody's, number 2. All right, here's the corn patch. I'm gonna see if there's anything out here worth getting, because I can actually move through it now. All the kudzu's dead. I'm gonna get what I can get. That way next weekend, maybe if I have another Saturday off, I come through here with the bush hog and knock this down and then start dissing, getting some rye started down here. Let's see what I can find out here. I don't think it's gonna be very much, but we'll see.